Hi guys, I'm Ryan with Reading with My Eyes, and I have a book review for you. I read Empire of Silence by Christopher Ruocchio. Empire of Silence is book one in the Sun Eater series. The Sun Eater series I've heard compared to Red Rising, which I don't know that comparison's that accurate. It is sci-fi, there is some epicness to it, but this one is about philosophy and war, government, religion. Red Rising's about action, rage, payback, all that stuff. This one's more about exploring the world, exploring your enemies. Definitely going to get compared to Dune, which I think world building wise fits very well. Epic scale, not so much yet in this book, but it definitely has potential for an epic sci-fi adventure. If you compare this to Dune, I would say this was only part one of like they did in the movie. This is like part one. It's just setting up stuff for that next book. And I will say the next book I do want to read. It sets it up very well, but it is a very slow burn. You're like, could they have cut pages out? I think so. It's definitely a little too detailed for me. That was one of my criticisms, but some people love that detail. This book is not in a rush to tell the story. It tells it very slowly and is setting up a lot. It's kind of like chess. It's setting up chess pieces so you could play the game later. But it's definitely setting defense. It's setting stuff in action for the next book in the series. All right, the book starts off with Hadrian Marlowe narrating this book from a prison cell. He has just destroyed the sun, and it is 1,000 years before the events happen in this book. But there's light years and stuff like that, space travel that's going to account for a lot. This book actually only covers 30 years, which is pretty crazy that the book takes place, that he's narrating from 1,000 years in the future, and this only covers 30 years. So the other book's got to do a lot of wait and catching up time. He is just an 18-year-old. He is the first son to his father who controls this planet. But even though he's the first son, he is not the son that's going to take over. He has this inkling that his father just doesn't respect him. Hadrian does not go for the glory. He's going for understanding. Hadrian's father wants him to be unmerciful, like his brother Crispin, that is all about glory and loves the realm and loves this power. Hadrian doesn't want this power. He wants the knowledge. He thinks that knowledge is power, and that's where he really wants to set his life forward to gaining more knowledge. His father makes a deal that Hadrian is going to go into basically kind of a monastery. In this world, the people that control religion control torture, and they control like when the bomb should be dropped, when a species should be eliminated. These religious groups hold the power, and they're basically torturers, and they learn torture and all this stuff. It's pretty crazy. But Hadrian doesn't want that. He wants to be a scholar. There's a class that is scholarly, that learn to control their emotions and basically shut down all their emotions and are all about knowledge. They're kind of basically Spock. That's what they want to achieve to the Spock level in Star Trek, to be all about facts and knowledge and take all the emotions out of it. But Hadrian is sentenced. His father has basically said, no, you're going to this religious school to learn. I need this. I need one of those people in my pocket so I can make political moves later. Hadrian doesn't want this. His mother basically doesn't speak to their father at all. Is kind of a womanizer in her own way, which is interesting for a female womanizer. But the mother doesn't want for him. She actually wants him to be happy. She has more political pull than the father, and so she sets a way where he can avoid being in this monastery. But things go awry. This book has so many turns. You're thinking this book is going to go one way, and it shifts the other way. I definitely think of like Breaking Bad, of how many times that Walt is trapped. This book is really good about having a character where you think they're trapped, and then they pull out another card and they're like, whoa, it kind of shifts in this direction, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty neat, but it definitely was a little bit frustrating because I was like, okay, where is the direction of this thing going? Because it's going so many different ways. It actually really confused me at first, and then I just kind of had to. Then I just had to embrace the chaos of like, I don't know where this story's going, and I'm just going to have fun, and I'm just going to roll with it. And that was definitely the best course of action. So anybody else reading this has never read it for the first time, just enjoy the ride. It's going to go in so many different directions, and you're going to be like, wait, where is this going? And just enjoy it because it's going in a place that you can't predict, but it's kind of fun. The ending sets up the next book perfectly. I was a little not on the fence. Empire of Silence is great at establishing the lore, the characters, the conflicts, the prose. The prose is beautiful, but it's intimidating. It definitely reminds me a lot of Dune. The first time I read Dune, of how the words and the language were really, really took me a while to get into. So I don't fault anybody that that this book is not for them. This book is a time commitment. It's going to take time to focus, and a lot of focus, because there's a lot of focus, because it's very detailed in the setting and these new words that you've never heard before, and this new language that you're having to learn too. But I think the payoff will be great, and the way that establishes the end of the book, it sets up everything perfectly for that next book in the series. Empire of Silence, I rated 4 out of 5 stars. I think there's so much to grow on and so much of what it sets up. I'm intrigued and ready for the next book. I'm actually not going to read book 2 in the series. I'm going to read book 1.5. I've heard to not skip the novellas next, and that is what I'm going to read next, the novella in the series that focuses on the brother in this one that is kind of left behind. I don't know if he catches up later, but I know that's what the next book in the series is going to be. So thanks. I'm Ryan from Reading My Eyes. Thank you guys for watching.